Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I make my charcoal and the turmeric soap with a basic drop swirl finish. And as usual, I'd like to have you guys with me, so let's go. So guys, most schools are still out and it is not easy to make soap and video with a 7-year-old hanging around. There's always some noise in the background, so I'm doing a voiceover for the video. Then I'm using a stick blender to combine the oil and the lye solution together to a light trace before we split the batter into two. I decided that I didn't want to have two equal parts when I split the batter because I wanted one section, the bigger portion, to be charcoal because it is a detox soap. So I wanted to have the majority of the soap in charcoal. So I decided on a 3-to-1 ratio when I was splitting the batter. And I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of activated charcoal. I do like when the soap has a darker color because it is a detox soap and it is more beneficial to pull all the toxins, the dirt and excess oils from the skin. In order to get a black result in the soap, it's generally a tablespoon per pound of soap butter. I did split this butter into two, and so it would be a little less, but I added the 2 tablespoons because, as I said, I like when the soap is darker. It is a detox soap and it can only have more benefits to the skin than disadvantages. And for the turmeric, I added 1.5 teaspoons. Now I'm stick blending to a medium trace. And stick blending to a medium trace allows the drop swirl to be dispersed better into the first layer, as opposed to if I were to stick blend to a very thick trace, which would encourage the drop swirl to sit on top of the first layer. And I stick blended the turmeric butter to a light to medium trace so that it would fall smoothly into the first layer. charcoal batter sat there, it had some time to thicken up a bit, but not too much. So it did thicken up a little more than when I last left it, but nothing too harmful where my drop swirl would not come out the way I wanted it to. As you can see, I'm pouring the turmeric batter from a moderate height so that it will fall into the charcoal batter. I'm just leaving a little bit of turmeric for last because I wanted some of the turmeric to sit on top of the soap. And as you can see, I'm just doing a basic 8 swirl that goes all the way down to the bottom of the mold. And now I'm just adding the last of the turmeric on top because, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted the top to have a little more color and vibrancy. And again, I'm going to do another 8 swirl, but this time I haven't gone down to the base of the mold. I'm keeping the pattern right on the surface of the soap. And we're finished. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love this part of soap making almost as much as I love unmolding and seeing the finished product. So now we're gonna cover it with a cardboard and over the cardboard we're going to place the towel to keep it warm while it saponifies. My favorite part on molding. Guys, I can't tell you how satisfying it is to unmold a block of soap and cut that soap to see each and every pattern that is inside the soap. Is absolutely satisfying. And no two cuts will ever be identical. Each bar of soap is unique in its own way, has its own pattern. Even if you're following the same recipe over and over, each time that you make that same recipe, your soap will have its own unique design, and that for me is just, you know, a new excitement each time. And here we have the finished product. Charcoal and turmeric detox bars. Absolutely beautiful. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos.